Hi everyone, Cheri here from Orchard Corset, and do we have a treat for you today? Here at our headquarters in Wenatchee, Washington, I have with me 5 incredible women who have devoted much of their time and talent to the world to share their knowledge on corsets and corseting. Back again, we have Lucy from Lucy's Corsetry. Lucy is known for her research-based informational videos, and she has made herself a landmark in the world of corset blogging with now over 8 million views on her YouTube channel. Next, we have Byrdi, whose channel is SilentSongByrd, where she focuses on how to incorporate corsets into everyday fashion with style, grace, and elegance. And here's Andrea, but you probably know her better as RandomCorset. Andrea's channel channels her energy into reviewing corsets and sharing her crafty corset making skills. Meghann, known to her fans as LadyTigerLily. Meghann's corseting journey grew from her travel and language videos. She brings a global perspective to most everything she does. And finally, the legend who started it all, Phoenix. Phoenix has come out of retirement to share her knowledge and expertise with us today. She is beginning a new YouTube chapter after the birth of her second daughter 3 months ago. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, first question. Why do you make corset videos? And do you have any specific goals in doing so? Why don't we start with you, Byrdi?
All right. Well, I started making videos just to share with people what I love, and part of that is corsetry. And so it kind of I just thought I'd put a feeler out and do one video and see what happened, and kind of grew from there. And I started getting requests for what do I wear with my corset, and how do I hide a corset, how do I accentuate my curves, different aspects. So I started kind of putting outfits together and putting those out there. And so my goal in that is really to try to show people that corsets can be shown. They can be something that can be incorporated into your everyday style, and they don't have to be, like sexy or anything like that. They can look really nice and they can be classy. And so I'm just trying to share different ideas of what you can do.
Nice. Lucy, what about you?
At the time that I started making videos, apart from Phoenix, there wasn't really anybody else on YouTube, and I was, of course, very inspired by her. But apart from that, I'm very research-based, and I used to work in a lab, and so I really like having hard evidence for things. And I realized that there is a lot of research out there, but a lot of it is not really accessible. A lot of it is hidden in little nooks and crannies around the internet. And I really wanted to bring it out there. And YouTube was like really blowing up at that time. So I really wanted to make this information accessible, especially for people within my generation.
Wow, excellent. Andrea?
I started making videos when Lucy had posted for asking people to respond to her video to show off their corset collections. So I started off by showing off my collection, and then I decided, hey, why don't I make review videos myself? Because then I buy from other companies than her sometimes. Maybe my corsets are a little bit different than hers, so other people can figure out they like those companies' corsets. And then I also started making my own corsets, so I like to show my techniques for sewing them, and then more people can learn about what technique works for them if they're going to make their own corsets as well.
Wow, thank you. And Meghann?
Well, I've always been interested in corsets from a historical standpoint, and majored in German and Russian language and history. So a lot of the royalty, of course, wore corsets, and it was a big part of women's fashion for centuries in some way or another. And I, of course, was inspired by both Lucy and Phoenix. So my first corset video was one that I made in Austria, and I wore it out to the opera. And I originally just started with the lacing and the wearing, and it was something that I would do for special occasions. But then it was something that sort of developed into a cultural learning experience. I could put myself almost literally into that time frame, and a lot of people don't know that the photographs we have of a lot of women in these very dramatic looking corsets are in their time frame or for their time photoshopped. So they take parts of other photos, make them smaller, and so even the women that did corset weren't to the extremes that you think. And I sought to kind of bring it back from the old ages.
Nice, great. And where it all began, Phoenix?
I became interested in corsetry pretty early on in my life when my grandma would talk about her girdles and such. And so I got my hands on one of those, and I YouTubed everything when trying to find out information on it. And every video I found on corsetry was just somebody's torso spinning. And so I searched as much as I could online to find information, and once I found out enough stuff, I thought, well, I could try and put some stuff out there, and started putting up little videos of my interests and my experiences, and I never claimed to be an expert on it. I just said, oh, you know, this is what I do.
That's what's working for me. Wow, that's great to hear.